Qualifying heat event, 5 cars will qualify. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car swings to the inside, coming down in turns number 3 and 4. The small block modified, qualifying event number 1. They hit that giddy up to go ahead block. The green flag flies, and here we go. Albrecht, hammer down to turn number 1 as he grabs up the number 1 spot. Pat Van Varick right down there for spot number 2. Here comes Bobby Hummer Jr. on the outside. The R7 takes over spot number 3 as they motor down the back straightaway. Hummer locks in for spot number 3. Jimmy Johnson works on the outside of Johnny Beisel for spot number 4. Hallie Finch drops out of the groove and loses out on 2 valuable spots. Here we come down the home straightaway. Pat Van Varick 3 abreast down in turn number 1. Ralph Hetzler on the move of the outside. Hetzler wheels the Montgomery Collision 17 car up to spot number 3. Watch Hetzler make a move down the back straightaway right now. Bobby Hummer Jr. back there in spot number 4. Hetzler high-wiring it down there in turn 3 and 4 right now. Ralphie Hetzler takes over spot number 2. Here comes race leader Edward Halbridge down the home straightaway. Halbridge switching it out of the second spot runner Ralph Hetzler. Pat Van Varick is third. Bobby Hummer back there in spot number 4. Jimmy Johnson, the 77 car, back there in spot number 5. Oh, look out for Chris Tudhill. Tudhill backs out of it with Covey getting by. Frank Cozy back there in spot number 6. One more spot he needs for a qualifying position. Here we come. Motoring out of turn number 4 this time. And third spot going up for grabs as Bobby Hummer Jr. gets by. Hummer in the R7 car now takes over spot number 3. Van Varick is fourth. Johnson right there in the shadow for spot number 5. But here comes Frank Cozy on the outside. Cozy, the Reclamation road reclaiming 74 J car. Meanwhile, the battle for the number 1 spot down in turn 3 and 4. It's back and forth between Halbridge and Hetzler. Halbridge brings him down the home straightaway. Ralph Hetzler right back there in the shadow trying to rebound. And spot number 2. Goes and tail down in turns 1 and 2. Hetzler takes to the outside. Halbridge drops down to the bottom side. Halbridge motoring down the back straightaway. Holds on to the number 1 spot. Ralph Hetzler now makes a play for the outside once again. Hetzler spins on it down there in turns number 3 and 4. The drag race is on. Coming out of turn number 4. Hetzler on the outside. Halbridge on the inside. Wheel the wheel. Ralph Hetzler out-powering Edward Halbridge for the number 1 spot. Bobby Hummer back there in spot number 3. Frank Cozy, spot number 4. Here comes Jimmy Johnson on the inside. Johnson takes over spot number 5. Coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around for race leader Ralph Hetzler. Hetzler behind the wheel of the Montgomery Collision 17 car. Very strong out here tonight. Edward Halbridge motoring strong back there in spot number 2. Bobby Hummer Jr. in spot number 3. Frank Cozy back and forth. Followed by Jimmy Johnson, the 77 car, back there in spot number 5. White flag going to fly this time. 7 laps down, 1 to go. Here comes your race leader, Ralph Hetzler. Edward Halbridge, a very strong second spot right now. Third spot still the Bruce's Speed Shop R7 car, Bobby Hummer Jr. Frank Cozy back there in spot number 4. Jimmy Johnson rounds out the top 5 running order. Motoring down in turns number 3 and 4, looking for the black and white this time. Here you go, the winner of heat number 1 for the small block modified, the 17 of Ralph Hetzler. Second spot, it's Edward Halbridge. Third, Bobby Hummer Jr. Fourth place, it's Frank Cozy, followed by Jimmy Johnson. Well, there you go. Row number 4 on the inside, the 68 of Robbie Green. Alongside Robbie, the number 87, Mike Rickey. Final row, the 4 car, Joe Barbagallo, and the 74, Jeff Hetzler. Well, that's it. They're set to take the green flag right now. Heat number 2 for the small block modified. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car gives them the go-ahead down there in turns number 3 and 4. Bobby Kronk on the cover tonight of the Dirt Track and Magazine. Going to shine for us right now. Coming out of turn number 4. Green flag flies, hammer down, we go racing. Donnie Shepard, the Harry Davis Trucking, RJL Enterprises on the outside. They hammer it down in turns 1 and 2 right now. Shepard comes out the leader. Bobby Kronk back there in spot number 2. Scott Dickey, third spot. Look out for Joe Sarvis down the back straightaway. Dickey back there in that third spot. Mike DePalma, fourth. Kerry Lusher, the Hayes Camps, Friendly Service 44L car, back there in spot number 5. John Shepard not wasting any time at all, stretching out the number 1 spot in that RJL Express car. Bobby Kronk still second. Scott Dickey third, the Rice Performance Racing 43 machine. Mike DePalma fourth. Lusher looks to the outside. Gary Lusher lights up the outside. Real tight squeeze down in turn 3 and 4. Scott Dickey drops back down to the inside groove. Bella mixes things up a little bit, but the Hayes Camps Mobile 44 out car working on the outside. Scott Dickey having handling problems in the Rice Racing 43 car. Till the back straight away they motor this time. Mike DePalma holds on to that third spot. Bobby Kronk is second. Don Shepard down in turn number 4. He's the number 1 man right now, motoring down the home straightaway. Kronk back there in the number 2 groove. DePalma still third. Robbie Green takes over spot number 4. And Mike Ricky in spot number 5. Ricky, the Duchess overhead doors car, now wraps up the final qualifying spot. 5 cars qualify. They motor down the back straightaway this time. Something wrong with the small block 74. Jeff Hetzler, he takes it down to the inside. Halfway point coming out this time. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Shepard holds on to the lead. Kronk still second, to Palma third. Robbie Green fourth. Mike Ricky closing up that 5th place gap very, very quickly. Green gets by Mike DePalma for spot number 3. Here comes Mike Ricky following suit right in that same hot groove. The Duchess overhead door car now up to spot number 4. Mike DePalma riding back there in the hot seat, spot number 5. Coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around for race leader Don Shepard. Good job, Shepard. Over down the home straightaway. Bobby Kronk second, Robbie Green closing in very, very quickly. Back there in spot number 3, Mike Ricky for it. Mike DePalma back there in spot number 5. The battle is on for spot number 3. Bobby Kronk, the K3 car, takes him down the back straightaway. Robbie Green drops down to the inside groove. White flag comes out this time. White flag down. 1 more lap to go. Second spot going up to grab. Bobby Kronk trying to hold off the hard charging Robbie Green, but Mike Ricky makes a move to the outside. Ricky alive on the outside, hammer down on a turn number 2. He rides the rim shot, takes over second spot. Checkered flag coming out this time. The winner of heat number 2, the 53 car, Donnie Shepard. Second spot, it's going to be a close one. Looks like it's going home to Mike Ricky in the 87 car. Third spot, Robbie Green at the wire. Robbie Kronk fourth, and Mike DePalma in spot number 5. In the 55, Mike Ricky. Well, they're set to go racing right now. The 3rd qualifying event for the Dirt Sportsmen. Of course, they're looking for that 30-lap feature starting spot out here tonight, the Syracuse qualifying spot. Meanwhile, the Fulton Chevrolet pace car says bye-bye down to the inside. We're set to go back to racing green flag style. Here we come on a turn number 4 right now. Jerry Morgan on the inside, John Haley on the outside. The green flag flies and we go racing. Finally, the Mike LeBlanc car working on the outside, grabbing the number 1 spot from Jerry Morgan. Morgan back there in the number 2 group. Steve Dodd, the Ralph. Look out down the back straightaway for Jerry Wildrick. Yellow lights coming on. The Mike McAfee Custom Built Homes 24K machine. Relay pace car gets radio contact right now to take it back to the inside. Caution lights do get turned out. Tom Heinley, the Mike LeBlanc Builder of Excellence, number 17 car, now your pole sitter. Jerry Morgan on the outside in car number 21. Here they come out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag. LeBlanc. The Mike LeBlanc car, Tom Heinley. He goes back to racing. Heinley getting dodged out by Morgan, but here comes Stevie Botcher. Botcher making waves on the high side, grabs the number 1 spot. Botcher making a very fine move on the outside groove in the countryside oil 25 car. Waste no time at all, grabbing the number 1 spot. Morgan back there in second. 3rd spot, one up for grabs on the inside. It's the 26 of Tom Foley. Foley drops to the inside, but something wrong with Jerry Morgan's car. The yellow coming out. Mosquito control at its finest by the 21 of Jerry Morgan. And that car will be heading back to the inside. The caution lights are on around the Speedway. caution light. It turned out once again. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car swings back to the inside. Botcher on the outside. He's your pace setter right now. Looking for that magic start point down there in turn number 4. The barrel with the flags on it. Here we come. Out of turn number 4. The green flag flies. We go back to racing. Botcher grabbing back the number 1 spot. Heinley working that center line groove down in turn number 2. Stevie Dodd on the outside. 3 abreast coming out of turn number 2 this time. Jimmy Hauser makes some daring thread the needle moves. Stevie Botcher holds on to the number 1 spot. Tom Heinley still back there in spot number 2. Steve Dodd motoring well back in spot number 3. Tom Foley is 4th. Tom Perego back there in spot number 5. Foley looks to the outside. The International Motor Plaza's 26 machine. Coming up on the halfway point. 4 laps down. 4 to go this time around for race leader Steve Botcher. Botcher stretching out the number 1 spot. Tom Heinley still second. Steve Dodd is 3rd. Tom Foley back there in spot number 4. Tommy Perego, the RCR excavating car, back in spot number 5. Only 5 cars qualify. Jimmy Hauser, Mike Rickey still not in a qualified position. Rickey getting by Hauser right now for spot number 6. Botcher stretching out the number 1 spot. A spurt-away lead for Stevie Botcher. Heinley still second. Dodd 3rd. Foley 4th. Perego back there in spot number 5. Foley drives down to the inside against Steve Dodd, the Rao Plumbing car. Down the back straightaway. Dodd stands on it, stretching out that number 3 groove. Coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around for race leader Steve Botcher. Heinley still back there in the number 2 spot. Steve Dodd back there in spot number 3. Tom Foley trying to once again on the outside. Foley takes a ride on the wild side. Down in turn number 2 this time. And Foley gets by Steve Dodd for spot number 3. Dodd now back to 4th. White flag coming out. Mike Rickey making some last-ditch efforts for a qualifying spot. Rickey, the ball fittings car, gets by Tom Perego for spot number 5. Last lap racing action right now for spot number 5. The place to keep your eyes on as Mike Rickey holds on to the final transfer position. Stevie Botcher, hammer down and not looking back. Out for Saturday Night Cruise down there in turns number 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, the winner of heat number 3, the 25X of Stevie Botcher. Second spot, here comes the 17 of Tom Heinley. 3rd is Tom Foley. 4th, Steve Dodd, followed by Mike Rickey. Of course, that is mandatory for racing here at the Orange County Speedway. A chance maybe to correct that problem and get it back out here in time for consolation time. Meanwhile, heat number 4 on the starting grid right now. 8 laps, 5 cars qualify into the 30-lap feature event tonight. Fulton Chevrolet pace car back down to the inside. Set for some green flag racing. Billy Eggers, the Pat Barrett Racing Automatics car, brings him out of turn number 4. Quite obvious that Jackie Brown Jr. certainly jumped that starting grid. So he will be placed back 2 positions at the next caution or at the end of this race, whichever comes first. So technically that would put the 72 car, Billy Eggers, out there in the number 1 spot. Second spot would then be the 17 of Bobby Hayes. Jackie Brown will then fall in for 3rd. Sean George back there in spot number 4. And here comes Brett Hearn on the outside of Chris Whitehead for spot number 5. George knows it's time to go racing. He shoots down to the inside of Bobby Hayes. Brett Hearn follows right behind for spot number 3. George back there in the second spot right now. Hearn goes down to the inside. And Hearn and Sean George side by side down the home straightaway. Billy Eggers holds on to the lead. Sean George then second. Brett Hearn right there on the tail side of Sean George, nose and tail. They motor down the back straightaway. Brett Hearn, he looks to the outside. Hearn takes a ride on the outside groove, coming down in turns number 3 and 4. Picks up the spot over Sean George, coming up to the tail side of Billy Eggers. Eggers now feels the heat from Brett Hearn. He gets by, and now Brett Hearn, currently your number 1 man. Hearn grabs the number 1 spot. Eggers second. Jackie Brown would then be back in spot number 3. Sean George is 4th, and Bobby Hayes back in spot number 5. The halfway point coming out this time. Halfway coming out for the number 6 of Brett Hearn. Billy Eggers still back there in number 2 spot. He feels the heat right now from the 15 car, Sean George. George back in spot number 3 as they motor down the back straightaway. Tommy Hall dropping off the pace. He was black flagged prior to the start of this event. So Hall apparently got that race safe system working. They okayed him, but losing a lot of power on that polyline car. Sean George gets by Billy Eggers for spot number 2. Hearn out there in the number 1 spot. Coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around for race leader Brett Hearn. Hearn stretching out the number 1 spot. Sean George still second. Jackie Brown then back in 3rd. Billy Eggers is 4th. And Chris Whitehead, the Vernon Pool in spot. 244 car back there in spot number 5. Look out for Bobby Hayes. Gets up on the high side. Down in turns 1 and 2. And Tommy Hall gets around. Yellow light's coming on. Yellow comes out. Billy Eggers 4th. It'll be Jackie Brown Jr. followed back in spot number 5 by the 244 Chris Whitehead. Lights have now been turned out. A 1-lap drag race to the finish for qualifying event number 4. The small block modifies the Fulton Chevrolet pace car. Sets them loose down there in turns number 3 and 4. Here we come on a turn number 4. 1 more lap to go. Brett Hearn brings them down the home straightaway. Sean George back there in spot number 2. Billy Eggers currently riding back in spot number 3. Watch the battle go on for the final qualifying position. Last lap racing action down the back straightaway. Chris Whitehead holds on to spot number 5. Hey, the black and white flying this time. The winner of heat number 4 for the small block modified. The Freightliner Express car is Brett Hearn. Second spot, Sean George. 3rd, Billy Eggers. 4th, Jackie Brown, followed by Ed Zachary. 7M of Chris Tuthill. Row number 4 on the inside, the 8 car, Mike Rickey, and the 74, Jeff Hetzler, followed by the 14 of Dwayne Howard. Fulton Chevrolet pace car to the inside. The first of 4 qualifying events for Big Block Modified. Set the roll right now. Here we come on a turn number 4, Bruce Klein, the Todd Qualifying car, gets the lead, riding at Rico Racing. Well, Bobby Decker grabs the number 1 spot. Carl Van Horn, the Belvedere Bandit, back there in spot number 2. Bruce Klein running back in 3rd spot. Chris Tuthill drops down to the inside for spot number 4. Joe Garteezer swings for the outside, and that lets Jeff Hetzler with no place to go. 5 cars qualified. Tuthill down to the inside against Bruce Klein. Klein back there in the number 4 spot. Stan Sherman in spot number 5. Sherman feeling the heat from Mike Rickey and Dwayne Howard this time. Bobby Decker, the Brels Racing 703 car, holds on to the number 1 spot. Carl Van Horn back there in spot number 2. Carl Pittengard. Back there in 3rd spot. Bruce Klein running in 4th. Stan Sherman back there in spot number 5. Here comes Dwayne Howard on the inside. Mike Rickey on the outside. Rickey, the number 8 car, needs 1 more spot to pick up that qualifying position. Bobby Decker. Decker holds on to the lead right now. Carl Van Horn back there in spot number 2. Chris Tuthill still running in 3rd. Bruce Klein, the Todd's Auto Body car, back in spot number 4. And Mike Rickey now back in spot number 5. Rickey looking to the outside. Tuthill closing in very quickly on Carl Van Horn in spot number 2. Watch Mike Rickey on the inside. Rickey slingshots down on the low side. Takes over spot number 4. Coming up on the halfway point this time. Look out for Jeff Hetzler back there. Another 3 abreast daring maneuver coming out of turn number 4. Hetzler, the Smith Brothers Concrete 4-powered 74 car, now works his way up to spot number 5. Hetzler working very, very well. Now in a qualifying position as they motor down the back straightaway. Bobby Decker holds on to the lead. Carl Van Horn is 2nd. Chris Tuthill 3rd. The battle is on for spot number 4. Down low it's the 8 car. Mike Rickey right there in the shadow. It's the 74. Jeff Hetzler. Hetzler, the high-powered forward mount. Mike Rickey goes to the outside. Ricky takes over spot number 3 down the back straightaway. Coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around for race leader Bobby Decker. Here comes Jeff Hetzler. And Hetzler spins on it coming down in turns number 3 and 4. He pulls up alongside of Mike Ricky and grabs the number 3 spot. Hetzler getting very, very quick. Eases by Carl Van Horn. And time running out. Let's see Jeff Hetzler try and make a mad dash for the finish right now. Here we come, down in turns number 3 and 4. The white flag comes out. The forward power on the outside. Jeff Hetzler back there in spot number 2. And Bobby Decker knows what he's got his hands for. Here comes Jeff Hetzler. Slingshot, bonsai. Oh, a little bit too high. Decker tries to rebound, but it's all Jeff Hetzler. Hetzler coming out of nowhere like a house on fire to win this event. Here comes Jeff Hetzler coming out of turn number 4, the winner of heat number 1. The forward-powered Smoke Brothers car, Jeff Hetzler. Second spot, Bobby Decker. Third, Carl Van Horn, followed by Mike Ricky and Chris Tuthill. Second spot, Bobby Decker. Third, Carl Van Horn, followed by Mike Ricky and Chris Tuthill. Heat number 72, Frank Cozy, and the 32, Chris Barger, followed by the 37, Johnny Tucker. Well, that's it. They're set to go racing right now for the second qualifying event for the Big Block Modifieds. 8 laps, 5 cars qualified, and the Fulton Chevrolet pace car moves down to the inside. Flags are flying, and Rich Ricky Sr. out of New Paltz, New York, grabs the number 1 spot. Frankie J., the Hollywood Express car, taking over spot number 2. Look out for the Miller Genuine Draft car. Moving up to spot number 3, Sammy Rogers behind the wheel. Rogers feeling the heat from Sean George on the outside. Watch the number 3 place battle take shape coming down the home straightaway. Sammy Rogers, the Miller Genuine Draft number 1, holds on to the 3rd spot. George rebounding on the outside. George riding down the back straightaway. Art Wells back there in spot number 5. Frank Cozy, the Kneisel number 72 car, trying to make waves on the inside. Rich Ricky Sr. wheels up Supreme Manufacturing. Mr. J's Carpet number 97 car down the home straightaway. Frankie J still back there in spot number 2. Whoa, Sammy Rogers and Sean George tangle. Coming on around the Speedway. Sean George. 3 laps have been scored, 3 down and 5 dying from each of this heat events. Fulton Chevrolet pace car back to the inside. Rich Ricky Sr. ready to take back over the reins right now. The 97 car. Here we come on a turn number 4. Starter Kenny Marshall got the green flag up in the air. Hammer down. We go back to racing. Frank Chazembowski back there in spot number 2. Here comes Cozy on the outside. Frank Cozy fixed that left front way up off the ground, motoring down the back straightaway. Cozy very strong on the outside. A 3-way battle for the number 1 spot at the halfway point. Here comes Cozy to the outside. Cozy spins on it, one rides, but up goes Ricky. Here we go down the home straightaway. Rich Ricky Sr. holds on to the lead. Frank Chazembowski on the inside. Frank Cozy tries very hard back on the inside groove, motoring down the back straightaway. Cozy, the bottom doors open, and here comes Frank Cozy down in turn 3 and 4. Cozy with the edge on the inside over Rich Ricky Sr. Ricky hung on the outside, side by side, wheel. Here we go. Rich Ricky Sr. holds on to the number 1 spot. He feels the heat from Frank Cozy. Cozy back there in the number 2 spot, rim riding once again. Cozy tries him high this time, down the back straightaway. Cozy back there in the heartbeat. Right now he pulls up along the outside, 2 laps to go. Cozy flying on the outside. Well, they exchange some payment. Cozy comes out the number 1 man. Frank Cozy. You can't beat the old veteran like Frank Cozy out here in the 5/8 bound. He pulled a slingshot maneuver on Rich Ricky Sr. Ricky back there in the number 2 spot right now. The white flag coming out. Frank Chazembowski back in spot number 3. Carl Pittenger is 4th. And Sammy Rogers back there in spot number 5. White flag comes out. 1 more lap to go. And Frank Cozy working very well on the outside. The groove he likes here at the Orange County Speedway. Cozy dominating right now. Down the back straightaway. Rich Ricky Sr. still back there in spot number 2. The checkered flag coming out this time. The winner of heat number 2 for the big block modified. The 72, Frank Cozy. Second spot, it's Rich Ricky Sr. Third, Frank Jazompowski. Fourth, Carl Pittenger, followed by Sammy Rogers. Of all these qualifying heat events, going to start in the big block modified dash for cash out here tonight. Chevrolet pace car moves down to the inside. The asphalt pavements, 44, Bill Cherry out of Newburgh, New York. Your pole sitter, your pace setter. Here they come on a turn number 4. The marshal looks lower, the green flag flies, and here we go. Cherry grabs the number 1 spot, the 703 car. Chuck McKee down to the inside. McKee grabs that number 1 spot. Chuck McKee back there in the 702 machine. He's running back in second spot. Bob Dini third. Bill Cherry brings him down the home straightaway. Cherry holds on to the number 1 spot. Brad Hearn back there in spot number 4. Scotty Goodrich back in spot number 5. Dini goes to the outside. Hearn looks down to the inside, motoring down the back straightaway. Bill Cherry holds on to the lead. Chuck McKee motoring very strong back there in spot number 2. Here comes Hearn on the inside. Hearn takes over the 3rd spot. Dini now 4th and Goodrich back in spot number 5. 5 cars qualified. Chuck McKee building up the horsepower on the outside groove. McKee back there in the Wells Racing 702 machine. Bill Cherry, the number 44 car, holds on to the number 1 spot. Cherry down onto the inside. McKee tries him on the outside. McKee back there at number 2. Hearn still 3rd. Scott Goodrich now in spot number 4. Bob Dini back there in spot number 5. The 6 Bits Racing 75 machine from West Nyack, New York. Robbie Green, the Green Machine 69 car, still 1 spot from qualifying. Here at the halfway point. Halfway coming out this time. 4 laps down and 4 to go for race leader Bill Cherry. Cherry now begins to stretch out the number 1 spot of the straightaways. Chuck McKee still back there in the slingshot. Number 2 spot. Brett Hearn is 3rd. Scotty Goodrich 4th. And now Robbie Green. Green out of the groove for just a second. Tries to hold on to the number 5 spot. But here comes Ralph Hetzler on the inside. 5 cars qualified. Bill Cherry holds on to the number 1 position. Chuck McKee still 2nd. Brett Hearn back there in spot number 3. Scott Goodrich in spot number 4. Robbie Green on the outside with the Tops car. The Tops electrical number 69. And Brett Hearn, something wrong with his Freightliner car. He drops off the pace right now. And Hearn heads back to the inside with 2 more laps to go. 2 to go, and Bill Cherry knows that the heat's going to get put on him right now by Chuck McKee back there in the number 2 spot. Scotty Goodrich still 3rd, Robbie Green now 4th, and Ralph Hetzler back in spot number 5. White flag flying this time, 1 more lap to go. Bill Cherry knows that 4 more left turns. He got himself a heat win out here tonight. Chuck McKee trying very hard back in spot number 2. McKee goes to the outside. Cherry motors down the back straightaway, stretches out the number 1 spot. Chuck McKee still 2nd. Goodrich 3rd. Green 4th. Hetzler back in spot number 5. Here we go. The winner of heat number 3 for the big block modified. The number 44, Bill Cherry. 2nd spot, Chuck McKee. 3rd place coming down the straightaway is the 30 car. Scott Goodrich, followed by Robbie Green and Ralph Hetzler. 44, Bill Cherry. 2nd spot, it's Chuck McKee, followed by Scott Goodrich. Robbie Worth qualifying heat event for the big block modifieds. Fulton Chevrolet pace car moves back to the inside, set to go racing. 8 laps, 5 cars to qualify. Gary Edwards, the owner confidence on car. Look out for Jerry Higbee getting hooked up with Dirk Adrians. Down the back straightaway we motor as Gary Edwards holds on to the number 1 spot. Dirk Adrian back there in spot number 2. Jerry Higbee is 3rd. Tommy Hager back in spot number 4. 5th place battle. Well, Gary Edwards will be put back 2 spots for jumping that start. So your race leader right now will be the $sign car, Dirk Adrians. Cherry Higby back there in spot number 2. Then we'll put the 21 car of Gary Edwards, followed by the 43 Johnny Hager. Hager back there in the number 4 group. Here comes Urick on the inside. Urick now comes up to play for a qualifying position against Billy Wilson. Wilson in the Wilson's Auto and Truck number 7 car. Makes a move on the outside of Tommy Hager. Wilson barreling through turns number 3 and 4 up on the outside. 3 cars looking for the number 5 spot. Wilson losing out of that battle right now to Richie Urick, the Collier Motor Car Company number 10 car. Urick spinning wheel down there in turns number 1 and 2 right now. As the battle is on for the number 5 spot. Here comes Toby Tobias Jr. The bottom side was open. And Tobias grabs a qualifying position. Tobias makes the move on the inside against Tommy Hager. Hager makes a move onto the outside. Here comes your race leader, Jeff Adrians. Adrians, the dollar sign car, holds on to the lead. Jerry Higby second. Gary Edwards will then be back in 3rd spot. Tommy Hager 4th, and Toby Tobias Jr. back there in spot number 5. Tobias once again feels the heat from Billy Wilson. Wilson alive on the inside with the number 7 car. Tobias moves to the outside, trying to pick up one more spot over Tommy Hager. 5 laps have now been complete. And Jerry Higby makes a move on the inside, side by side to try and get by. And Higby gets by Adrians. Higby would now be running in the number 1 spot. Adrians back there in spot number 2. Here comes Hager on the inside. Tobias on the outside. 3 abreast down in turns number 3 and 4. 2 more laps to go. Jerry Higby knows that the heat is on. Toby Tobias Jr. back there in spot number 2. Gary Edwards will then be 3rd. Dirk Adrians 4th. Followed by Billy Wilson. Watch the 5th place battle. Tommy Hager. Richie Urick still looking for a qualifying position. Toby Tobias Jr. working on the outside, grabbing the number 1 spot away from Jerry Higby. The white flag lap is down. White flag lap. 1 more lap to go. Toby Tobias from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. The Romeo Racing 44 car. First time on the Orange County Speedway Turf in 1991, and he found the quick way around. Tobias drops to the inside. The checkered flag coming out. Remember, Tobias is your leader. Here we come on a turn number 4. The winner, Toby Tobias Jr. 2nd spot, Jerry Higby. 3rd, Gary Edwards. 4th, Billy Wilson. And 5th, Rich Urick. Kenny Marshall looks him over right now as they come down the home straightaway, paced by the Fulton Chevrolet pace car. Well, a little bit of a confusion on the inside. Okay, starting lineup right away. Bill Cherry, Frank Cozy, Jeff Hetzler, Toby Tobias Jr. going to shoot it out for over $250 in purse money. Right now, the caution lights get turned out. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car says it's time to go racing. Dash for cash style. Bill Cherry, the asphalt pavements 44 car. He brings them down in turns number 3 and 4. Here we come on a turn number 4. The green flag flies, and we go racing. Cherry on the inside. Cody, look out for... Very, very strong in his heat event. Of course, winning that event. Jeff Hetzler, another very strong campaigner out here tonight, does have a backup car with him. Frank Cozy, no laps had been scored in the big block modified dash for cash. Big block modified dash for cash, and it's going to be a shootout between Bill Cherry and Frank Cozy. Cozy on the outside, Cherry on the inside. And we're going to go racing for 4 laps and over $250 in first money out here. Here we come on turn number 4. The green flag flies, and it's time to go racing. Dash for cash style. Cherry down low. Cozy looks to the outside. 1 rides down in turns number 1 and 2, and Cozy stands on it coming out of turn number 2. Grabs the number 1 spot. Cherry going to try and rebound down the back straightaway right now as they drop down in turns number 3 and 4. Cozy keeps it up on the outside. Cozy, horsepower up on the outside, and that's his style here at the Orange County Speedway. He takes the Caniso chassis, 72 car, down in turns 1 and 2, keeps it hooked up on the outside groove. Cherry hooks up on the outside as well. Cherry now falling back in the 44 car as Cozy stretches out the number 1 spot. Cozy and Cherry down in turns number 3 and 4 right now as we come up to mark lap number 2. 2 down, 2 to go. Frank Cozy. Cozy, whom I do believe does not run Sunoco Racing Tool in that car, could be forfeiting the extra $100 out here tonight. Bill Cherry, a Dash for Cash winner just a week or two ago in the 44th car. Going to take home the second place purse money out here. White flag coming out. Frank Cozy. Cozy, once again with that unique outside driving style, holds on to the number 1 spot. Bill Cherry back there in spot number 2. Number 72 car, and Cozy, another Dash for Cash winner a couple of weeks ago in the Kneissel Speed and Sport 72 machine out of Wingate, Pennsylvania. Just climbing out of the car, an easy paycheck for Frank Cozy out of Wingate, Pennsylvania, the number 72 car. Well, Frank, it was a do-or-die situation out there, and you didn't waste any time grabbing that number 1 spot.
Well, you're either going to be number 1 or 2, so.
I'll tell you what, first place money just a little bit better than second place, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's okay.
How's the car feel for feature event time?
Well, it feels okay. You know, track's real good tonight, and just have to see what happens.
The outside groove real comfortable for you?
Well, my car feels good top and bottom, middle, so I just have to wait and see how it goes.
Well, we'll try and talk to you later on. Frank Cozy, congratulations on a good first place finish. Bill Cherry in the Asphalt Pavements 44 car. Well, Bill, you're getting used to this Dash for Cash stuff. You had a win a couple of weeks ago and an easy second place, but you just couldn't get by Frank out there.
No, got some new tires on and kind of, run them in for the feature and hope we're a little bit quicker.
So you got the new tires all scuffed in right now, and you're set for maybe a feature win out here. A good way to break into the big block season.
I sure hope so.
Okay, congratulations once again, Bill Cherry.
19th spot, the 24K of Kirk Van Duzer, and the 4 of Tommy Hall. Last 21st spot, the 673 of Ray Tillett. 8 cars will qualify, 8 laps the distance. Here's Tim Pitts.
Fire here at the Orange County Speedway, so we'll be taking 8 cars out of this feature event. Start 28 cars in tonight's small block modified feature. Brought to us once again by Miller Genuine Draft and the Supper and Beer Distributing Company and the Collier Motor Car Company, Route 209 in Ellenville, New York. Last chance, Old Tapan, New York, in the Teamy Engineering 94 car. Starting the season just a little bit late, but coming on very strong. Got a good showing last Saturday night. Meanwhile, the Fulton Chevrolet pace car pulls down to the inside. We're set to go racing, consolation style for the 358 Modifieds. Here comes Chris Tuthill, the JC Dino 7M car from right here in Middletown, New York. He brings that field, the small block modified. Down the home straightaway, the green flag flies, and we go racing. Tuthill grabs the number 1 spot. Service right there for spot number 2, Tommy Perego. Down the back straightaway. And spot number 3, Chris Whitehead gets out around the top of Gary Lusher. Lusher got the inside groove to his liking in the battle back there for spot number 4. Whitehead holds on to the 4th spot. Lusher back in spot number 5. Here we go for lap number 1. Bobby Hayes back there in spot number 6. Jimmy Hauser now 7th, and Pat Van Varick in spot number 8. Van Varick, the number 15 car. He's the man on the hot seat back there in the final transfer position. Meanwhile, Chris Tuthill, the JC Dino 7M car, brings him down in turns number 3 and 4. Joe Sarvis, Bill second. Tommy Perego third. Chris Whitehead back there in the number 4 group. Gary Lusher back in spot number 5. Jimmy Hauser on the inside of Bobby Hayes for spot number 6. Hauser, the HB2 car, brought to us by Hauser Brothers Mechanical. Holding on to the number 6 spot. Bobby Hayes on the outside for spot number 7. And Pat Van Varick still back in spot number 8 with the number 15 car. Tuthill securing that number 1 spot. down over second spot runner Joe Service. Tom Perego going to feel the heat real soon from fourth spot runner Chris Whitehead. Rolling up to the halfway point this time. 4 laps down, 4 to go for race leader Chris Tuthill. Tuthill getting faster and faster as his consolation rolls on. Sarvis still second, Whitehead now third. Whitehead third, Perego back to spot number 4. Gary Lusher back in spot number 5. Jimmy Hauser is 6th. Hayes is now 7th, and back in spot number 8 now the 25 car of Howie Finch. Finch and Bobby Hayes going at it. The number 8 spot. Jeff Hetzler coming by Bobby Hayes for the final qualifying position. Small block modified racing coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around. The race leader Chris Tuthill. Sarvis still second. Whitehead third. Perego back there in spot number 4. Gary Lusher 5th. Jimmy Hauser back in spot number 6. Followed by Howie Finch and Jeff Hetzler, spot number 8. Hetzler, the Ford power plant, back under the hood, the small block Ford. And he's running back there in spot number 8 right now, the final qualifying position. Being occupied by Jeff Hetzler. The white flag comes out. 1 more lap to go. Appearing to be an easy victory this consolation event. Sarvis in the Dini Engineering car, rolling back there in spot number 2. Chris Whitehead still running in 3rd spot. Tommy Perego back in spot number 4. Checkered flag coming out, the winner, Chris Tuthill. 2nd spot, the 94 Joe Sarvis. 3rd, Chris Whitehead. 4th is Tom Perego, followed by Gary Lusher. Jimmy Hauser. Light's going to remain on the field. We still have one more car coming out to the Speedway, and that is the 25 of Howie Finch. Well, yellow light's going to remain on the 25 of Howie Finch, scheduled to start on the outside of row number 4. Outside of row number 4 alongside of Bob Dini in the 75 car. Yellow lights on, remain around the Speedway. Yellow lights are on. Try it once again. The starting field looks good right now. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car moves down to the inside. Bruce Klein, the pole sitter right now. Art Wells on the outside. Here we come. Last chance of getting a starting spot at the night 30 lap feature event. They roll on turn number 4. The green flag flies, and here we go. Well, Art Wells working on the outside. Grabs the number 1 spot, but Bruce Klein looks good down low. Here they go down the back straight away. Art Wells grabs the number 1 spot. Rich Ricky Jr. on the outside. Now moving up to spot number 2, and Ricky wheels the Ford power plant to the outside of Art Wells. Here we come on turn number 4 to put lap number 1 up on the scoreboard. Side by side, and Rich Ricky Jr. grabs the number 1 shot. Ricky rim riding down in turns number 1 and 2. Dwayne Howard drops down to the inside. Howard, the BRB Racing 14 car, now picks up spot number 2. Art Wells back there in spot number 3. Howie Finch running in 4th spot. Dirk Adrian's back in spot number 5. Bob Dini running side by side with Bruce Klein for spot number 6. Only 6 cars qualified. Dini back there in the final transfer spot right now. Spot number 6. Bob Dini looks down to the inside at Dirk Adrian's. Adrian's, the Summit Hardware $sign car, holds on to spot number 5. Here comes Brett Hearn motoring on the inside for spot number 7. Hearn needs one more spot for a qualifying position takeover. Here comes Rich Ricky down the home straightaway, stretching out the number 1 spot. Wayne Howard is second, Wells still third. Howie Finch back there in spot number 4, Dirk Adrian's in spot 5, and here comes Brett Hearn on the outside, takes over spot number 6. Coming up on the halfway point this time, Hearn slingshots down to the inside, looking for spot number 5 against Adrian. He picks up the number 5 spot. Now, spot number 6, the battle is on the inside. Bob Beanie on the outside. Jerk, Adrian. Adrian takes the dollar sign car on the outside, down the home straightaway. Hearn looks to the outside, and spot number 5 up alongside of Art Pulse going down the back straightaway. Hearn gets by Ross right now for spot number 4. Ricky comes down the home straightaway, holds on to the lead. Dwayne Howard is second. Billy Finch back there at spot number 3. Brett Hearn back in spot number 4. Hearn on the outside. Art Wells is 5th. Look out for Dirk Adrian. Sideways down in turns 1 and 2. That brings out the yellow flag. Fulton Chevrolet pace car back to the inside. Set to go back to racing right now. Single file style. The Ford powered number 28 car. Ricky Jr. Here he comes down the home straightaway. Ricky holds on to the number 1 spot. Watch Hearn on the outside. Looking for spot number 3 away from Howie Finch. Hearn hammer down the rim. Shot down the back straightaway. We go. Dwayne Howard back there in spot number 2. Brett Hearn drops in for spot number 3. White flags are flying this time. 1 more lap to go. Hearn looks to the outside. Here we go. White flag coming out. 1 more time around. Howard to the outside. And Hearn slingshot down to the inside. Grabbing the number 2 spot. Rich Ricky Jr. holds on to the lead down the back straightaway. Hearn second. Howard third. Howie Finch fourth. Bob Dini back in spot number 5, followed by Art Wells. Checkered flags coming out this time. The winner of the Big Block Consolation event, the 28 of Rich Ricky Jr. Second spot, the number 6 of Brad Hearn, followed by the 14 Dwayne Howard, the 25 Howie Finch, 75 Bob Dini, and the 701. Of course, it'll be a feature event this year at the New York State Fairgrounds during Super Dirt Week, sponsored by Wheels Discount Auto Supply Stores. Caution lights now get turned out. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car swings down to the inside. Everett Halbrick, Bobby Gronk make up row number 1. Here they come down in turns number 3 and 4. 30 laps of future excitement now set to go. Through the thunder, through the excitement, the green flag flies, and we go racing. Halbrick got a Lafayette, New Jersey, grabs the number 1 spot. Got some bumping and grinding back there. Look out for Tom Foley. Yellow lights coming on. Tom Foley, the International Motor Plaza's car, sideways down there in turn number 2. Yellow lights come on around the Speedway. Caution lights have now been turned out. Fulton Chevrolet pace car back to the inside. Everett Halbrick out of Lafayette, New Jersey. The Everett's Carpet Service 717 car. Here's your pole center. There your pace center. Coming out of turn number 4. Started Kenny Marshall with the green flag back over here. Halbrick down on the inside. Grabs back the number 1 spot. Bobby Gronk is second. Jackie Brown Jr., the Reclamation Ram Roofing car. Back there in spot number 4, Donnie Shepard, the RJL Express. Fills the gap for spot number 3. Shepard looks to the outside. Down in turns number 3 and 4. Bobby Gronk on the inside, the K3 machine. Here comes your race leader, Everett Halbrick. Petey Boucher, the 25X car, tries to make a break into the top 5. He does so. We got problems down in turn number 1. Steve Dodd, the 74 Joe Francosi, the 7 Arrow Chris Tuthill, the 6 Brett Hearn. Morgan Genuine Draft and the Collier Motor Car Company. Caution lights have now been turned out. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car back down to the inside. Everett Halbrick and Bobby Crunk still 1 and 2. They come down in turns number 3 and 4. Looking for the green flag. This time coming out of turn number 4. Green flag flies. We're back to racing. Well, what a bumping and grinding going on. But meanwhile, Bobby Crunk grabs the number 1 spot. Jackie Brown working on the outside. Second spot is still Everett Halbrick. Coming down the home straightaway. Bobby Crunk, Everett Halbrick. 1 and 2, John Shepard. Running back there in spot number 3. Jackie Brown in 4th. Stevie Botcher back in spot number 5. Botcher back in the number 5 spot. Botcher looks down to the inside on Jackie Brown Jr. Botcher down low. Brown up on the outside. Battling right now for spot number 4. Here comes the race leader of the K3 car, Bobby Crunk. Crunk comes down the home straightaway. John Shepard down the inside. Shepard down low, looking away for spot number 2. Shepard grabs the second spot. Shepard down second. And pulling up to the outside of Bobby Crunk. Crunk down to the inside. Don Shepard, the RJL Express car, grabs the number 1 spot. Shepard comes out of turn number 4. Holds on to the lead. Bobby Crunk is second. Everett Halbrick back there in spot number 3. Stevie Botcher right back in spot 4. First comes Ralph Hetzler back in spot number 5. Hetzler back in the number 5 spot. Feeling the heat right now from Mike Rickey, the Duchess overhead door 87 car. Rickey back there in spot number 6, followed by the 68 car, Robbie Green. Green back in spot number 7. Meanwhile, race leader Don Shepard comes down the home straightaway. What a smoke coming out of one of these cars. It's Jeff Hetzler's small block ride. And Hetzler, the engine light goes on in that car. Hetzler drops off the pace. Meanwhile, Stevie Botcher making some good moves down the back straightaway. Botcher slingshots down to the inside, picks up spot number 2. John Shepard holds on to the lead. Steve Botcher back there in second spot. Bobby Crunk is third. Everett Halbrick in spot number 4. Ralph Hetzler on the outside for spot number 5, followed by the 87 car, Mike Rickey. Rickey back there in spot number 6, trying to make a break into the top 5. The yellow light's going to come on. Yellow flag coming out. Caution lights on around the Speedway. The 74 car, Jeff Hetzler, not able to make it back to the pit area under his own power. And he comes. Laps have now been complete. Inside the 25X of Stevie Botcher. Back in row number 2, currently running in 3rd, the K3 of Bobby Crunk. 4th place, the 717 Everett Halbrick. Back in spot number 5, the 17 car, Ralph Hetzler. Alongside Ralph in car number 87, it's Mike Rickey. Back in row number 4, restarting back in 7th position, the 68 car, Robbie Green. While the caution lights get turned out, the Fulton Chevrolet pace car back to the inside, looking for the green flag this time around. Botcher on the outside, Shepard on the inside, green lights come on, and Stevie Botcher making a dive for the number 1 spot. Don Shepard down on the inside, wheel to wheel, side by side on turn number 2, and Stevie Botcher grabs the number 1 spot. Botcher, the Countryside Oil 25X car, now your new race leader. Second spot, the 53 Don Shepard. Shepard feeling the heat on the inside right now. Shepard and Mike Rickey going at it for spot number 2. Mike Rickey, 9 laps down. Laps down, and pole sitter Stevie Botcher likes the outside, gives Don Shepard the inside advantage once again. Shepard apparently liking that inside earlier and finding it to be the quick way around. Meanwhile, the Fulton Chevrolet pace car back to the inside. Got to be a real barn burner for the restart. Botcher, the race leader on the outside, Shepard on the inside. Mike Rickey right there in 3rd spot with a Duchess overhead door 87 car. Here they come on turn number 4. The green lights come back on. Stevie Botcher grabs back the number 1 spot. Shepard working well on the outside. Mike Ricky holds on to the third spot. Out comes Ralph Hetzler for spot number 4, and Rich Ricky Jr. on the inside for spot number 5. Rich Ricky Jr., the fall-fitting steel fabrication 55 car. Now makes a break into the top 5 running waters. Petey Bodger pulling away down. Spot number 1. Bodger slowly but surely stretching out the number 1 spot. On the second spot, runner Donnie Shepard. Shepard back there, the Harry Davis Trucking RJ Express 53 car. Shepard running in spot number 2. Mike Ricky still third. Mike Ricky third after starting 18th in this feature event. And that car is moving out here tonight. Ralph Hetzler back there in spot number 4. He started way back in spot number 16. And Rich Ricky Jr. in spot number 5, who started back in spot number 17. A lot of these cars making some very, very quick maneuvers up to the front of the pack. Botcher 13 more times. Caution lights get turned off. Fulton Chevrolet pace car goes back to the inside. Race leader Stevie Botcher brings him out of turns number 3 and 4. Hot shoe right there in number 2 spot. Mike Ricky, the 87 car. Hey, girl, down the whole straightaway. Back to racing. Stevie Botcher, the Countryside Oil 25 car, holds on to the number 1 spot. Mike Ricky back there in spot number 2. Don Shepard holds on to the 3rd position. Rich Ricky Jr. in spot number 4. 17 of Ralph Hetzler back there in spot number 5. Botcher once again stretching out the number 1 spot. Mike Ricky holding on to a secure spot number 2. Donnie Shepard still back in 3rd spot. Watch the 68 car, Robbie Green motoring very well on the outside, coming up to the tail side of Everett Halbrick. The number 6 place battle is on. Halbrick down low, Robbie Green up on the outside. Green may be posing a threat right now to the top 5 running order. As Green comes up to the tail side of Ralph Hetzler. Hetzler and Green nose and tail for the number 5 spot. Stevie Botcher stretching out the number 1 spot, coming up on 10 laps to go. 20 down, 10 to go, 2/3 the way home to victory for the number 25X car, Stevie Botcher. Second spot is still the 87 of Mike Ricky. Third, the RJ Express 53 machine of Don Shepard. Rich Ricky Jr. back there in the number 4 spot. Ralph Hetzler got spot number 5, all sewed up in the Montgomery Collision 17 round. Robbie Green back in spot number 6, Everett Helbrick 7th, Howie Finch coming up to the outside for spot number 8, followed by the 15 of Sean George and the 22 of Steve Dodd. That's the top 10 in the recap. Stevie Botcher, meanwhile, dominating this event so far, keeping a very comfortable lead over second spot runner Mike Ricky. Ricky back there in the number 2 spot. Mike Ricky out of New Paltz, New York, the Duchess overhead doors 87 car. Bobby Hummer Jr., the 07 car, drops off the pace going down the back straightaway. Hummer heading for the pit area right now. Stevie Botcher, second generation hot shoe out of Lehighton, Pennsylvania, holds on to the number 1 spot. Mike Ricky still second. Don Shepard back in 3rd. Rich Ricky Jr. 4th. And Ralph Hetzler rounds out the top 5. Meanwhile, the battle continues for spot number 6 on the inside. It's Everett Halbrick on the outside. The 68 car, the TNT ignition machine of Robbie Green. A little bit of smoke coming out of the tail side of Halbrick's car. And Robbie Green looks to be picking up that advantage right now as he walks by Halbrick for spot number 6. Halbrick is 7th, Howie Finch 8th. Botcher, once again, very, very comfortable right now in the number 1 spot. Steadily pacing this event. Coming up on 5 laps to go this time around. 25 down, 5 more times around at the feature win for Stevie Botcher. Mike Ricky still back there in 2nd. Don Shepard 3rd. Rich Ricky Jr. is 4th. Ralph Hetzler back there in spot number 5. Robbie Green 6th. Edward Halbrick 7th. Howie Finch is 8th. Sean George 9th. And Jackie Brown back in spot number 10. Time beginning to tip away right now the last lap to this 30-lap feature event, the Syracuse qualifying feature event. Roger down there in turn number 2 right now, looking at the back markers going down the back straightaway. Roger onto the outside. Back markers may become a factor, but Roger with a very, very comfortable lead. They're coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around. Roger comes down the straightaway. Second spot is still Mike Rickey. Third place, Donnie Shepard. Back in spot. Yep, coming on. Yellow lights come out. Yellow lights coming on. A 25 car. Howie Finch down there between turns number 3 and 4. 28 laps have now been complete. 28 down. Just 2 more times around. And Howie Finch with a flat racing tire comes to a rest down between turns number 3 and 4.
What happened?
How we got flat?
He was doing so good, he went from last to 8.
Coming back for the green flag. Here comes Stevie Botcher, bringing him down the home straightaway. Botcher grabs back the number 1 spot. Mike Rickey still back there in spot number 2. Don Shepard is third. Rich Rickey Jr. back in spot number 4, followed by the 17 car, Ralph Hetzler. White flag going to set the fly this time. White flag coming out this time. Stevie Botcher knows it's no time to sleep right now. Botcher holds on to the number 1 spot. Mike Rickey right back there in spot number 2. Rickey going to make a lap effort on this event right now. Rickey back there in the 2nd spot. 3rd spot running against Don Shepard back in spot number 3. Rich Rickey Jr., the full fitting score, back there in spot number 4. Second fly, they took the fly this time. It's going to close on. But Stevie Botcher. Mike Rickey second. Don Shepard third. Rich Rickey Jr., Ralph Hetzler, spot number 5. Well, here he comes, down in victory lane for the first time in the 1991 racing season, the 25X car, Stevie Botcher. Second spot, the number 87 of Mike Rickey. Third, the 53, Don Shepard. Fourth place, the number 55, Rich Rickey Jr. And back in spot number 5, the 17 of Ralph Hetzler. From Collier Motor Car Company coming back out to congratulate Stevie Botcher. Botcher! Of course, Stevie walking home with a 30-lap win. That means a Syracuse qualifying spot. And Stevie, all the way from Lehighton, Pennsylvania, tell you it's been a long time since we got a chance to talk to you in victory lane.
Sure feels good to be back. Can't say enough for Howie Finch and his crew, for giving me the chance. They gave me a good car, and we put it where it belongs.
Well, it certainly didn't take you long to get the feel behind the strange wheel of the small block modified ride.
These guys did a great job setting the car up. I had a couple guys from my crew helping, and like I said, all the credit goes to those guys.
Oh, you had an extra 10 laps to work out there tonight. Did you know how close Mike Rickey was with just 2 more laps to go and a restart?
Yeah, I did. I knew he was close. I had soft tires on. I was going slower and slower, so that caution at the end might have helped us.
And now you get to go to Syracuse for the Big Wheels Discount Show in October with a guaranteed starting spot.
That's what we came for.
Okay, there you have it. Stevie Botcher out of Lehighton, Pennsylvania. The small block modified 30-lap feature event winner. Modified feature event. after his 100th Big Block Modified win here at the Orange County Speedway. So the next time in victory lane for the Freightliner Express will be the 100th time here at Orange County for a Big Block Modified ride for Brett. A lot of working to do out here tonight, way back there in spot number 20. Meanwhile, the caution lights get turned out. The Fulton Chevrolet pace car down to the inside, set to go racing for 30 laps. A Big Block Modified, feature excitement. Rich Ricky Sr. brings them down in turns number 3 and 4. Will Cherry on the outside, the green flag flies, and here we go. Cherry, the asphalt pavements car, grabs the number 1 spot. Here comes Frank E.J. on the outside. Jazembowski, the 88 car, grabs the number 2 spot. Frank Jazembowski, the budget beverages, number 88 car, back there in spot number 2. Here we come, down on the turns, number 3 and 4. Bill Cherry brings him down the straightaway. First spot right now, the 702 car. Chuck McKee. McKee back there in the 3rd spot. Billy Wilson on the inside for spot number 4. Rich Ricky Sr., car number 97, back there in spot number 5. Here comes your race leader, Bill Cherry. Jazembowski still back there in 2nd. Chuck McKee riding on the outside, closing in very quickly on 2nd spot, runner Frank Jazembowski. 3rd spot, it's still Chuck McKee, followed by the 7th car, Billy Wilson, and a 97. The yellow lights are coming on. The yellow lights come out. Are due to persist throughout the remainder of the evening. So the track has already gotten a little too slick to pull the cars back out onto the speedway. We've got no choice but to pull the plug on the remainder of this program. Now this feature event, the remainder of this feature event will be run next Saturday night, getting underway at 6:30 starting time next Saturday night. We'll be running the remainder of this event. 3 laps have been scored, so the 27 laps will be picked back up next Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. Track back in. We'll let you all get out of here just a little bit early tonight.